now my face is ready for some makeup. Welcome back, Curveball. Today we're coming up with a nice springtime jungle-y vibe, and you want to see how I got this look? Just keep on watching. I wasn't gonna film today because my hair's wet and I just really needed to get ready for work, but I'm just gonna go ahead and record and see where we go. I'm gonna prime my eyes with my NYX primer. Get a nice white base to start with. So now I'm gonna dust my eyes all over with yellow. I've got one from my Juvia's Place, which is a darker shade of yellow, and then I've got B from the James Charles palette, which is a little bit brighter. So I'm just gonna douse on a good coating of Juvia's, and then I'll go over it with B. And I mean, I'm putting this all over because I'm gonna blend it all out and up, and I'm gonna cover this with green anyways. But I'm trying something new today. Instead of just starting in the crease and then have another color and blending and blending and blending, I'm gonna start with one base color, yellow, which is light enough to have the green go over it and different shades of green go over it and still see the yellow in the background. Because of my eye shape, it is just very, very difficult to get multiple colors on here without making them look over blended just by me opening my eyes. Is school bus yellow. All right, now I'm gonna get a clean blending brush and use my little Farah, and I'm just gonna soften up the edges a bit. Next, I'm going to take B with the same brush, which was an M441, and just brighten it up some. Now I'm gonna take it on the lower lash line. And it's gonna look crazy at first, but I promise you it will all come together. I just want a pure circle of yellow. I am an artist, and this is my canvas, and everything will be tamed down. But you gotta lay the pigment down first. It's gotta be done. I want some lime green action, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here from the James Charles palette. And I'm gonna start in outer corner, kind of in my crease, and just start buffing that color in. I'm gonna take me back to the Brazil palette and dip into that baby right there. Lay this underneath the lash line. Now I'm gonna move over to this little bit of darker green here, and I'm gonna give some depth in the outer corner. I'm going to grab Untamed from my Subculture palette with the same brush and do the same thing. Deepen it up even more. The lime greens right on this edge where the dark meets the yellow. Grabbing my original M441 back, dip back into B. Just want to give a little further blend to that outer corner. I'm just gonna do a 3/4 cut crease with my e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer. Dip into it with my teeny tiny little concealer brush because my Morphe one is dirty. darker green in the outer corner to blend the cut crease into the outer corner. And I'm gonna go into this green glitter here from Juvia's place. Bright and shiny. I just want to add a little bit more yellow to the edges. Just to diffuse the edges just a little bit more, I'm going to grab this small elf and we're just going to softly buff the edges where I just cleaned up. I also have this little Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet palette that I've had in my collection for a while. I'm just going to run my finger in this green glitter here and put some right here where the dark meets the light and see if that adds a little bit of extra pop of color. This charcoal black, blend it back in this direction. Give it that depth and shadow and still some shine. I've got my little Poly Packet Lime Crime, and it's got this nice white in the center here that I like using for an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to lighten up my inner corner. Might possibly go back over that with some gold at the end, or I might leave it as is. I kind of like the way it looks as is. And I just want to make my brow bone shape shimmer, so I'm just going right underneath it with the same highlighting color. Most of you are like, oh, you're only supposed to highlight the tail of your brow bone. Well, with my deep set eyes, that is a no-no for me. I have to highlight the inner portion of my eye, but I feel like with this look, I just want it to keep on sparkling, so I'm just gonna try something new. Never done this before, but I'll see when I go to work what kind of compliments I get, or if I don't, and I'll see if I'll do it again or not. I just have so many different palettes, and I look at stuff and I'm like, ooh, I wanna play with that. I'm gonna try that. I wanna put some Myth on my eye for my Lime Crime palette. Now that is what I was looking for, that shimmer right in the center of my eyeball. This Nars foundation stick that I got at TJ Maxx, and it's in the shade Stromboli. It's a velvet matte foundation stick. I am just going to outline where I have everything on my eyes, and if I don't like the coverage, I'm going to add my other concoction, which has my primer and I like that I can use this to just outline my brows and everything. Now I am going to quickly set my face. Fantastic trick if you struggle with keeping your face moisturized or looking moist after applying foundation. And I'm just using the dry side now to just press that into my skin. And now that I'm feeling a little bit more hydrated, now I can go on with my powder products. For bronzer today, I'm using my Too Faced Sun Bunny. For blush, Flower Child by Becca with my favorite little Luxie blush brush. I'm just gonna smile and paint my cheeks. It's gonna look crazy at first because it's a really pigmented blush, but we'll tone it down, and I'm gonna tone that down using my Peach Blur Translucent Smoothing Finishing Powder by Too Faced. it's a pressed powder, it doesn't give you nearly the amount of dryness. We're gonna move on to highlight with my Ofra Star Island. And let's go back to the eyes and do some eyeliner. Lately I've been liking my EyeCo by London Black Magic liquid liner. Let's go in with a Julep When Pencil Met Gel, and it's in the shade Ultraviolet. Let's go ahead and curl and mascara and lash my eyes. And today we're using Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Ta-da! Okay, let's just go in with some Lipstick Queen for liner. This is the shade Mauve. And then I'm going to go in with Marc Jacobs Screen Test, which is just a very, very nude. Follow that off with a little bit of gloss. Buxom in the shade Claire. And that is it for me. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and you haven't subscribed already, you might as well go ahead and try. You might find something you like. I may not do the most wearable looks, but I certainly wear them. If you could, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll never miss a new upload for this beauty right here. Until next time, stay curvy, stay courteous, and I'll see you in a week. Bye.